and the button there, and the button hitting the buttons, and here we go. Well, we got all the blinds open, so we got terrible light coming in from behind because we have the blinds open. We're not supposed to have the blinds open, but the blinds are open. So behind me, everything looks all fucked up. Well, it's okay. There's nothing we can do about that. The couch is in the way because you moved the living room around again. Don't even. She's sprinting across the living room trying to. Yeah, you moved the couch. Man, I can't begin to tell you the frustrations of being married to Gen X mom. This is the world show. No. It's not a bottom of the glass nation show. Don't talk about the woman. Don't talk about stuff. No. Talk about the world. So they got stuff going on in the world today. Yeah. Get the memo. Talk about the memo. Oh, it's Monday. Yeah. Doesn't it feel like a Monday? It feels like a Monday here. If it doesn't feel like a Monday on your end, I promise you by the time you're done talking with me, spending time with me, I will ruin your day and you will thank God I tuned into Gen X Talks and ruined my Monday. Yeah, that's what it's all about. It's a perfect way to do it. Oh, man, where are we? There was stuff, strange things are afoot at the Circle K. Justin Tiff's in here. Elizabeth Rojas, Two Bears in here. Alaska Life. Arbot, General Foodie, beautiful disaster. Love her so much. Janie Cavender. Don't. Yeah, there was one there. Shell Seraphim. Shell Seraphim. I'm going with that one. Lynn Clark. Tia Maria. Ooh, her name rhymes. I'm going to have to do something with that one. Dr. Jekyll, Disney Mama is here. Sammy Jo, the Sugar Mama. She loves me. Noelle, Fiona Beaverstock. I'm never going to get past that one. Brian Ivory's checking back in. Fully titled Matt. Elizabeth Rojas again. Ace of Diamonds in here. Top Knots Rules. Amanda Libby. Magsy. Larry Hanshaw. Herman Wells. Tugboat. Yeah, we got a bunch. Fat Boy Baker's in here, too. I'm scrolling back up. Keith Landernelli's around. Darren Cassidy. There we go. All right. General Foodie. And there's more. I'm sure there's a lot more. Just missing some stuff. There's some typical names that haven't been by. They haven't discontinued or backed out, but I just haven't seen them. I hope everything's okay. I Hate Fucks and some other guys like that. And I haven't seen Deepak. How come Deepak hasn't been here? Deepak's our main guy, and we're talking about foreign affairs across the pond. Deepak, his input is always there, and I don't know where he went. So, All right, so the first thing is I don't even know if I can go through these right because I didn't label anything this morning. We'll just talk about that. The kid, with his car. First of all, you guys are bitching at me. How did he get his car keys back? A kid took his car keys away. Well, this is an FFA event. Yeah, believe it or not, and this is what's dumb. He wanted to buy my Dodge Daytona because he got a bunch of money from raising Buford, raising his goat. You guys remember all the goat stuff over that last year. We finally got his money, and he got a bunch of it. He wanted to buy my Dodge Daytona, my pickup. It needs some work done to it. It's just been sitting for a while. So I said, all right, I'll get you a good price on it. We'll do a deal with you. And then... But he had some stuff to do. Put tires on it. And we had to do the brakes on it and change the oil, just some little stuff. But he just didn't do it. He's just been sitting out there. It's on jack stands. The tires are off, and it's sitting there. It's been there for weeks and weeks and weeks, and he just won't do anything with it. So his teacher said, listen, you have to drive out to Lost Hills, and you have to bring back some pistachios. And they have a couple of kids that do this. And pistachios, they do something with them. We grow more pistachios around here than anything else, which is terrible because pistachio trees take up like 3 times the water that everybody else, that all the other crops do, which is tough in a state like California when we're always running out of water. But they keep planting them. There's new orchards going in all the time. Anyway, so the teacher said, you're going to have to go get this. Can you go get this on the 13th? He says, yeah. And then he comes home and says, hey, can we get the truck ready by the 13th? I need to go pick up some pistachios. And I said, yeah, if you're willing to work on it, we'll get the truck ready. Do you think he spent one day working on it? One day? No, not even one. So here comes yesterday. They were in the weekend. Now he's like, oh, I didn't get the truck ready. And Dad, can I borrow your truck? I said, no. You were supposed to get this truck ready. This was supposed to be motivation for you to do this. You didn't do it. Now you get nothing. We're not doing it that way. You're done. You don't get it. So there's that. And so he takes his 1991 Toyota Camry, who he calls 8-bit because it looks like it's made with 8-bit graphics, back in the old regular Nintendo graphics. And he takes off this morning. He goes and picks up his girlfriend because she's an FFA also, and because she's his girlfriend, and they take off. Now, they get I want to say they're about an hour away, and he calls me and says, I got a flat tire. And I said, I got a world show to do, and I like my friends on the world show way more than I like you. So I don't care if you sit on the side of the freeway. So while I'm getting ready for the show and I'm texting and talking with him, I said, do you have a spare? He goes, I don't know. I said, what do you mean you don't know? I told you 3 months ago, make sure you have a spare, make sure you have a jack in the handle, you can change the tire. And he goes, oh, yeah, I didn't really look. I said, so what do you got? He goes, well, where do I look for a spare tire? I said, you got to be kidding me. So I tell him where a spare tire, he gets a spare tire. He said, got a spare tire. And he hangs up. I called him back. I said, we're not done talking. He goes, well, I got a spare tire and I got a AAA card from you and Mom. I'll just use that. I go, whoa, hold on. First of all, you don't need to burn up a AAA thing. Change a fucking tire. And he says, well, I said, first of all, let's go back to the tire. What does the tire look like? He goes, it's a tire. It's fine. I go, is it a spare, like it's a full spare tire, or is it a donut? Is it a small temporary replacement tire? He goes, I don't know. It looks like a regular tire. What's the difference? I said, the difference is I got to know. I got to know right now. So he takes a picture of it and sends it to me. I said, okay, that's a regular full spare tire. You're okay. He goes, well, what if it wasn't? I said, well, they make donuts. They make smaller tires, but you can't put those on your drive wheels. He goes, what are my drive wheels? I said, well, you have a front wheel drive car. So your front two tires do the motion, do the turning, or the propulsion. Front wheel cars drag you down the road. Front wheels get the power. Wheels do the rotations. Front wheel drive. I said, and like my pickup truck is rear wheel drive. I said, you don't put a donut, a spare, on your drive wheel. He goes, what's the difference? I said, because the differential inside the transmission doesn't like to have tires spinning at two different speeds. They like to have tires spinning at the same speed going down the road. I said, you can do it a little bit around corners, that happens, but that's not very often. I said, for where you are, if you drive all the way back home and you put a donut on the front of your 1991 Camry, you'll burn that shit up before you get home. I said, where's your flat tire? He goes, it's on the rear. I said, okay. So you're going to be okay either way. Put your spare tire on the rear. The rear is just tires that follow, and they just roll. You're okay. And we got through that part of the conversation. But he was upset that I was even trying to go through this with him. Then the other one was, I said, look at that picture of the tire you sent me that's flat. I go, it's shredded. The tire's shredded. He goes, yeah, it's flat. I said, no, you drove on that tire. He goes, well, I had to get where I was going. You know, there is no dumber statement that people make. And when I had a shop for years and years, people would say, well, my car overheated. The temperature went all the way into the red. And I said, well, did you pull over? Oh, no, I didn't pull over. I had to get where I was going. I had to get where I was going. Of course I didn't pull over. I had to keep driving. And they drive it right to now they need an engine. If your temperature starts to get hot because you have a coolant leak, a water leak, pull over and shut it off. Now I can just replace a $20 radiator hose and you're back on the road. Well, yeah, but I would have had to tow myself from all the way where the radiator hose. You had to tow yourself in anyway. Well, I made it to my friend's house, so I was okay. Well, good for you. So now you have to tow it from your friend's house, and it needs an engine. You could have towed it and pulled over when it started to get hot. Either way, you would have had a tow bill. But one, you need $4,000 or $5,000 on an engine, and the other way, you just needed a $20 or $25 hose. But people always told me that, and then my idiot son did the same thing. Well, I had to get where I was going. Now, I know what you're going to say. I'm not even reading the comments. I know what you're going to say. Someone's going to say, well, it's important to get to a safe location. It's important to get to safety. Yeah, I'm not talking about sitting in the middle of the Autobahn. I'm not talking about it being on Interstate 5 with all the truckers. Yeah, you want to get to safety. Pull over. Pull over far. But you can't be going 60 miles an hour and go, oh, I got a flat tire. 12 miles to the next exit, which is what he did. Then he turned and went towards where he was supposed to go and found a park. He wanted to stop with his girlfriend at a nice park where there was some shade and some water and a park with a hamburger stand. I told him on that picture, I said, you were just about a minute away from the rubber coming off that fucking wheel. I go, there's no way you should have made it this far. You know better. You know what he told me? You want to know his quote? I swear to God, I'm going to hold him down and I'm going to tattoo this backwards on his forehead so he can read it in a mirror every time he looks at his face. He says, well, Dad, better to be lucky than good. Let that sink in. Admitting that it's better to be lucky than good. He could have been good and behaved himself and acted correctly and just pulled the car over. Or we can try to hope that we get really lucky and drive it till we get where we want to go. Better to be lucky than good, he said. So there he is. He's getting it all figured out, and it just puts him behind for the day. But that's how the last 30 to 40 minutes before the live stream started, I'm contemplating what to do and how to help him do this, but also teach him a lesson in the process. I finally just said, you figure it out. He was very happy that he had AAA, which they'll come out, Automobile Club service. They'll come out and change a tire for you. And we pay for that. I said, and he was really happy about that. And I took the opportunity to remind him, good, because at 18, I'm not paying for that anymore. You're on your own. And I really don't have it for him. I really have it for my daughters. I don't want them stuck on the side of the road. But for him, he's part of it, so he gets it. But that's it. When he's 18, change your own damn tire. And he didn't have a jack. He didn't have a jack in there. He didn't have a lug wrench. He knows that when we leave and we take the Yukon or we take my truck, we get a go bag full of tools. We make sure there's oil, we make sure there's water. I got a floor jack, a hydraulic portable floor jack, throw that in there. I got a compressor for filling up tires. I even have Fix-A-Flat if I have to use that terrible stuff to get to just take a little corner of the truck or a corner of the Yukon, put it in the back, put your stuff in there, keep it neat just in case you need it. And I've got AAA, in case my fat ass can't get out of there and fix something. Oh, yeah, just one of those things. And everybody has their own kids and has their own issues and does everything differently. That was mine this morning. It really was. That was mine this morning. You know what I need? I don't have any of my secret sauce, and I'm really jonesing for secret sauce right now. I'm falling asleep here. All right, so where are we? Let me jump over between the sheets. For those of you who don't know what the sheets are, there's a separate monitor right over here, and this monitor has Google Sheets or Google Sheets open or whatever it is, and Gen X Mom is in the other room copying and pasting your comments, so the really cool ones and the necessary ones I can read. All right? Thank you, Carol Merrill. Miss Carol Merrill from The Price is Right. Thank you. What was I saying? Yeah. Secret sauce. We'll go over secret sauce first. Your secret sauce, it wakes you up. Super Chicken. You guys remember Super Chicken? The cartoon, it's almost a black and white cartoon. He had that didn't he have a dog that followed him around? He was like a really smart, rich little chicken, and then he would turn into Super Chicken. You guys don't remember? His drink was in like a martini glass. Remember, he had a little martini glass, and he's like, "When you think that you're in trouble, and you need help on the double, when you think that you might take a licking." I wasn't gonna do the bok part. When you think that you're in trouble and you need help on the double, call Super Chicken. Remember? You remember that? That was. Well, Super Chicken was a thing. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then please leave this live stream and go figure it out, and you can come back. When you come back, sit at the little kids' table because the adults are talking right now. There's some of you who know who Super Chicken was. Come on. We were kids. Admit it. You watched it too. All right. Okay. Secret sauce has been taken. We'll kick this thing into overdrive now. Deepak is in the house reading between the sheets. I have Gen X Mom between the sheets, just where I like her. Send a shout out tomorrow night on the bottom glass vent. Oh, yeah. I do have a picture of that. Hold on. No. I actually do have a picture of that. Real quick, just so you guys know, tomorrow night is the Bottom of the Glass Nation show on YouTube. And if you guys would like me to say something to your Valentine, I don't care who it is. You can say something to your mom, your grandma, your sweetheart, whatever. Just write me an email. It's free. I'm not even charging you for it. Just write some stuff down. And if it's clever and witty and funny or important or heartfelt, I'll say it. I'll in between the show, I'll read some stuff. There'll be a little free Valentine's Day. I love you. I like you. I hate you. Get out of my life. Don't ever call me again. I don't mind breaking. It can be a Valentine's breakup. You can break up with somebody. I'll do it. Just send it to Valentine's Day at genxtalks.com. Valentine's Day at genxtalks.com. And I'll read it for you. That'd be cool, right? Yeah, of course it will. There we go. Happy birthday, Trippy. Trippy Pineapple is our guy. I don't know if I have a good picture of Trippy right now, but Trippy Pineapple is our guy. It's his birthday today. I think he turns 12. Yeah, he looks like a 12-year-old. With his glasses, he might pull off 23, but without his glasses, he's 12. And Trippy Pineapple is I'm telling you, he is a very, very valuable member of staff. Everybody on staff has different qualities, just like everybody you work with has different qualities. Everybody in your family has different qualities. Trippy's one of those guys. He doesn't say shit, even if his mouth is full of it. He won't. He's quiet. He just knows when to say something and when not to. And he shows up everywhere. Everywhere you think you're going to do something with Gen X Talks, that fucking dude is there. I dig that completely. I really do. Trippy's a cool guy. Everybody welcome him to his 12th birthday party, which is today. He's 12. Adam Steinelman, my oldest called once, Dad, there's smoke coming out of the back of the car. Should I stop? When I got there, the drum was destroyed, the brake drum, and the ox bearing was gone. And you wonder why I drink. I've had my daughters do that, where they go, I got to where I was going, and the whole back of my car, I think it's on fire. And they drove the entire way to the mall with their e-brake on. Yeah, happened. Fully title, oh my, did they not teach him this driving lesson here in the UK? You got to know car checks. They don't do that here. The United States has gotten so far removed from common sense, as you all might have noticed. If you didn't notice, please pay attention. The United States we're deciding to remove ourselves from common sense. It's a brilliant move. We should be conquering the world shortly. But they don't. They used to teach in schools. We had driver's ed classes, and they would teach basic driver's ed, and they would teach you basic things on how to check your fluids and check your tires, change your tire. It was a gig, and there was even classes that would physically make you go and do these things. They don't have those anymore. So no, we're going the wrong direction there. John dropped in $9. I think those are pounds. Why do some Americans, Democrats mostly it appears, hate Elon Musk when he personifies the kick-ass, self-made entrepreneurial spirit of America? We can only dream of this in the UK. Okay, real quick, and you guys will completely understand this, all of you. No matter what person, what company, what event that has ever happened in history, there's always something wrong with it. Would we not agree? You can say, well, Abraham Lincoln was a great guy. Well, I could probably find 3 things he fucked up on. Nobody's perfect, right? You guys say, well, Gen X Dad, the general, you're such a cool guy. Well, I can probably think of 3 things that I'm fucked up on. Keep that in mind, because do you remember the World War II, United States, we won. Yeah, well, there was some fucked up shit that went along the way with us winning. What my point is, it is very easy at any point in history in life for someone to pick apart a good man, a good woman, a good event, because there's always the little thing over here. Ronald Reagan was a great governor of California. Oh, but he closed down the mental hospitals and let mental patients out on the street. He did. He fucked up. It was a bad thing. That's why I can't support Ronald Reagan. No. Really? That one thing you're going to hang your hat on, 10,000 other good things? You see where I'm going with this? You can say, well, we beat back segregation and now women can vote and blacks have equal rights. Well, yes, but there was and you can list a bunch of little stuff that goes on. And people that do that are super petty. They're childish. They're immature. They're just barely able to argue, and they learn the first rules of arguing is to belittle some tiny part of what you're discussing to try to bring it all down. We've all seen this everywhere. You guys have examples in your own life. You guys have examples in your own country. Events, presidents, prime minister. You guys got it. And back in the day, there could have been a good king or a good queen. And I know several things that sucked about that person, and we're only going to talk about those. That's what happens with Elon. That dude overall is one of the... I hated that guy. Years ago, I despised him for all the wrong reasons. That guy is one of the coolest cats there is. I have completely... over time, changed my mind. I'm a huge fan of Elon Musk. Huge fan. I couldn't even none of us can even begin to contemplate what he goes through daily at his level of money and his level of responsibility and his level of scrutiny. We couldn't even begin. Oh, but you guys will sure argue about it. There's people that get out. Well, let me tell you about Elon Musk. You know, he was divorced and had an affair. And one time he filed bankruptcy. He screwed over a bunch of people. And who are you to talk? You're talking so far above your pay grade. Shut the fuck up. Seriously, shut up. You don't know shit. You know what you read online. His question was, what about Elon Musk and why the Democrats did? Because he's successful, because he's brilliant, because he calls it like he sees. The Democrats are mad now because he took over Twitter and 100% has been exposed publicly the collusion between our government, our previous government, and Twitter saying, don't let the people know these things. If it's really good stuff about Trump and Republicans, hide it. If it's really bad stuff about the Bidens and Democrats, hide it. That's simple. And everybody knows it now. We kind of all knew it before anyway. Generation X is my generation. We're not stupid. We kind of know what's going on. We kind of smell stuff before we step in it. We all know OJ killed his wife. Come on. I don't care about the trial and months of details. OJ killed his wife. Okay, I don't care about everything. We know that Twitter and Facebook, they restrict, they try to influence heavily towards liberals and Democrats. We know that. It's nice to have some affirmation, like with what's going on now. Elon went in there and bought the company, but how many people can afford to do that? How many people can afford to step in and buy a $44 billion company and then point the finger and go, you fucked up? That's why they hate him now. He's exposing them. And we already knew, but now there's proof. We're literally eating popcorn, looking over our shoulder going, yeah, we already knew that. You're acting like this is news. We knew you guys were fucked up a long time ago. But yeah, now there's proof. Hooray. Okay, back to my popcorn. It's that. That's what's going on. They hate him because he's successful. Whoa, where'd my fucked up shit go over here? They hate him because he's successful. They hate him because he's low key. His whole life is low key. And I don't like him because I'm not a fan of electric cars. I'm not a fan of electric trucks. I don't mind the technology. Okay, you know what? Let me change that. I guess I'm all right with electric-driven stuff, though it's still an automobile. I don't like the self-driving ones. I hate the self-driving cars. I have a very serious concern about them, and if I'm driving down the road and I see one, I'm going to fucking put it right into the wall. Right into the wall on turn 4. And when the cops show up, I'm going to stand there and go, I got it. You're welcome. No, I took that. I saw him driving without it. He was driving. There's no driver. No, don't worry. I took care of it. I saved us all. So get me another pickup truck. And if I see another one, I'm going to take that one out too. I don't like self-driving cars. I don't care for electric cars because the people, like I have a neighbor friend of mine and it's not Low Torque. Low Torque has a Tesla, but I love Low Torque. I have a neighbor who sits in with his Tesla in his driveway professing that he is saving the environment, even though all of the things that a gasoline car does to destroy the environment, it took 80 times that much to build your Tesla and put it in your driveway before you even drove it. According to your own standards, you have fucked up the environment more than my gas car before you've even driven it. And it's true. And someday it won't be. Someday technology will be figured out where they can do stuff and it doesn't ruin the environment to build these cars. Well, I'll go along with that. But right now, you're full of shit. I don't care if you own an electric car, drive your electric car, but please don't pull up and pretend you're better than me because you're saving the environment. You've ruined the environment more than me, and I got 4 cars out here that run on gas. All right? That's just simple truth, and it won't always be that way. Someday technology will move in another direction, and we have to take these steps to get to the next step. I got it, but please quit walking around pretending you're better than me. That part just fucking unearths me. Yep. All right. Oh, where was I? Back between the sheets. Stephanie Ann McKim, welcome to becoming an extra. Well, Stephanie, now listen, if I don't see these things go by, you guys got to say welcome. If I don't see, Stephanie's probably been up there a little while and I just didn't get to it yet. But when Stephanie joins as a member, please, there should be a bunch of you that say welcome, staff especially. But you regulars, come on, you guys that have been around here, you got to let them know that they're welcome and they're going to fit in here. You got to do that. Please don't forget to do that. It's really, you guys would like it if it was you. You would. Who else? Dave Swafford, member for 3 months. He's an extra. Dave, thanks for sticking around for 3 months. Larry Hanshoe, $9.99. Turn my whole screen yellow. A little help to keep you out of trouble on Valentine's Day. You know, Valentine's Day is tomorrow, and I haven't got Gen X Mom anything. And I made a mistake. I'm going to give you a valuable lesson. I probably should save this for a bottom of the glass show, but I'm going to give the world show this one right now. We'll give as many of you this grip on reality being married that I can. And I learned this the hard way. So please pay attention. Years ago, I bought Gen X Mom a brand new car and drove it home and parked it in the driveway on Valentine's Day. Now, I thought that was the greatest thing I could do. I thought that was wonderful. I thought it was great. I was a hero. The whole neighborhood was like, oh, what a great Valentine's Day gift. Good job, man. All my kids, oh, Dad, you did so good. You did so good. Until next Valentine's Day came around, and then what? How do you top that? What happens 365 days later? Now the next Valentine's Day is coming around. She's still driving the car from the last one, and I'm going, okay, let's see, got to get better than a car. Jesus. There is nothing you will do. What, are you going to buy a house? You're going to buy a bigger car, a faster car? What? Start buying jewelry that's you're done. I screwed myself and I didn't even know what I was doing. I wish I would have had an old guy, an old timer, a seasoned veteran of marriage counseling me. Someone should have said, son, don't do that. No, let me tell you why. I'd have listened. I would have listened, but I didn't. So every Valentine's Day since then, either Gen X Mom, my wife, or one of my daughters, at some point during the day, I can hear them in the other room. One person will, under their breath, oh, it's not as good as a car, I guess, but well, it's not like that one present you got. You're done forever. Yeah. You can learn from your own mistakes, or you can learn from other people's mistakes. And I promise you, it's a Generation X phrase, by the way. Promise you, better off to learn from other people's mistakes. And I'm giving you that lesson for free. You're welcome, America and Denmark. All right. So the short answer is I don't have anything to get her for tomorrow. I don't know what I'd get her anyway. What is there? I bet if the only thing that could compete with something like that is if I wrote her a poem and read it to her, because girls are sappy. If I got rid of everybody, closed all the blinds, turned the lights down, had the music in the back, and I said, I have something to read to you. And if I read something, maybe I know my wife. Maybe I'd get to that level, but I can't go more expensive, so I'm gonna have to go more creative. I don't know. It's a hard deal, and I don't think it's fair. As a guy, we get hit with October is Halloween, and you got to buy candy that's now $35 a bag, and costumes and decorate, ruins your whole evening, costs you $300 or $400, and you got to be running around the streets. And you think you're done with that, and then comes Thanksgiving. Now, also, I have a kid's birthday in October, so it's a birthday expense. Then Halloween. In November, I have another kid's birthday and Thanksgiving, which is super expensive because everybody comes here. Moving along, December, I got my dad's birthday, I got one of my daughter's birthday, and Christmas. Not let off 3 months in a row, I'm taking a financial hit. January comes around. Big January for the first party is New Year's Eve. Got to do that. Pong. You think you're off the hook then? No, 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 no. February rolls around and you got Valentine's Day and a bunch of stuff to do there. And it's my mom's birthday this month also. And in the lovely state of California, because I bought that car on Valentine's Day, that means that my overpriced $300 to $500 registration is due every February. As soon as I did that, right before Valentine's Day, Gen X mom will come in here and go, by the way, Valentine's Day is coming up, and she holds up a piece of paper, swing, and you owe the registration for this year. Some years I got to get it smogged, and if it doesn't pass smog, I got to fix it. Then get it past smog, then pay the registration. And why? Because I was so smart, I bought a car on Valentine's Day. Ooh-ah! Oh. If there was a negative on the IQ scale, it'd have a picture of me right fucking next to it. And every month I get hit with stuff. When you have 8 kids, I figured out one time I get 1 month off. I think the month of August, I don't have a birthday or anything to celebrate. I get August. Every other month there's a birthday and a holiday. There's an event and every time. Sorry, really getting off on a tangent there, and I didn't mean to, but I'm venting. And you guys wonder why I drink. My whole life, even if I'm sitting quietly in a corner, my brain is doing all of this. All the stuff that I was just expounding upon is going on all the time. All right. Dave Swafford, great day for me, General. Try to cheer up. I won the overage in the Super Bowl one day closer to Friday. I'm glad somebody won something. I didn't bet this year on anything, but I'm glad you won on that. Insurmountable Calicat, $10. Turn my whole screen yellow. General, I was today years old when knowing about how a spare can affect front and rear wheel drive. Oh, I didn't know you didn't know that. I was figuring people are going, come on, I already know about this. Let's go. Your knowledge is a lifesaver. Thank you. As the old TV saying goes, the more you know. Yeah, the lunch fund. I'm going to need some lunch today. I want to go to Applebee's today. No, that's not a great Applebee's, but it's better than Denny's. Come on. Elizabeth Rojas, mama for 7 months. Legion of X. Happy birthday, Trippy. That one goes to Trippy from Elizabeth. Dave Swafford, $5. I feel you, General. My kids are just as stupid. Not possible, Dave. Your kids are not as stupid as mine. I win that cat. Don't take that trophy away. That's all I've got left. Micah Sunberg dropped in $5. Thank you very much, Micah. Disney Mama Sammy Joe, the Sugar Mama, member for 6 months. Bottom of the Glass Nation. Happy birthday, Trippy Pineapple. Another one for Trippy in there. Eric Leroy, $5. Have a happy Trippy birthday pineapple. Oh, Larry Henshaw, member for 1 month. Bottom of the Glass Nation. FFA all the way Gen Z. Touching on that, I said, if you're not taking the truck and you're taking your 1991 Camry all the way outside of town to pick up almonds, he goes, don't worry. They come in bags about this big. I guess they're about the size of a baseball, and they're tied, little burlap type sack. And I said, okay, well, that's fair. I said, how many you get? And he goes, teacher said I got to get 600. He took his 1991 Camry out to Lost Hills to pick up 600 bags of pistachios about the size of a baseball and he's going to bring them back in his Toyota Camry. I said, you do realize that that'll fill up your entire trunk. It'll fill up your back seat all the way past the windows to the ceiling, and you'll be stuffing it behind your seats and trying to hold it there while you drive. And the rest of them have to go. You have to put your girlfriend in the passenger seat and fill them up all over her feet, her ankles, up her legs, over her knees, on her lap, and it'll be surrounding her. And as you try not to get it into your gear shifter. And we still may not be quite at 600 yet. He goes, Dad, I got this. I got this. It'll work. It'll be okay. I said, you better take pictures because I think this is one of the stupidest things you've ever tried. That's when he got the flat tire this morning really early, was on his way to pick up 600 bags of pistachios in his 1991 Toyota Camry. Okay. TS Jedi, $5. My wife and I have an agreement. We done do Valentine's Day. I, sir, am off the hook. I've tried that a couple years. I sat with Gen X mom. I said, listen, you know, come here, baby. You know, I'll give you whatever you want for Valentine's Day. You know I love you, right? So I buy you stuff all year long. I don't deny you anything. If it's within my power, if it is within my means, I do it for you. So what do you say? Valentine's Day is just another day. You know, you want to go out, we can go out. But to go get you something special, sweetheart, I love you. But I do it all the time anyway. I mean, what's Valentine's Day anyway? It's just another day for me to get you something. It could be tomorrow. It can be Valentine's Day. It could be 3 days from now. Does it really matter? As long as Big Daddy's in here taking care of you, aren't we okay? We just kind of move on from this whole Valentine's Day thing. I mean, sweetheart, every day is Valentine's Day for you. Yeah, that did not fly nearly the way I hoped it would. You want to know how she got out of it? Do you want to know? It's simple. I gave this hugging, talking warm air into her ear while I lowered my voice and told her how wonderful life is. And she says, well, Valentine's Day is coming. You'll think of something. And then she walked off. She literally just said, you'll think of something, and left. The social obligation. God. Chicks, man. Chicks. Unbelievable. Yeah, that's what she said. David Swafford, $5. Now you can renew the registration every day for her for Valentine's Day present. Good thinking, General. Yeah, that's like one year I bought her a vacuum cleaner, and I mean a good one. I got one that was like a $1,200 vacuum cleaner. Yes, not one from Target, not one from Walmart, not one from the 1973 Sears catalog, page 94. No. This was one of the, what's that brand called? You don't know. I can't think of the thing now. It's like an all steel and chrome vacuum cleaner that lasts forever. It's guaranteed for life. You just have to pay for the labor but all the parts are guaranteed forever. Forget what it is. Not a Hoover, but anyway, it was one of those. Don't ever get her a vacuum cleaner. Now I thought, what's that? Oh, yeah, a Kirby vacuum. No problem with the vacuum cleaners. Works great. We've had it for 20 years, but every time she pulls that thing out, sometimes she'll be vacuuming like this, and she'll look across the room, staring right at me. Remembering that she's pushing her Valentine's Day present. That was a bad mistake. But I was young. No one told me. I had no guidance there at all. Steve Rodriguez, what's even better than a poem? There's a website. They ask you questions about your wife, things she likes, and then you pick an artist, and they will make a song. She'd go for that for your face. She might go for that. Wage War General, you can adopt me and get the hat trick for months with birthdays. Mine is in August. No, absolutely not. I want 1 month. I deserve more than 1 month off, but I'm lucky I get one. Minky, first time from Manchester. Well, I'm glad it's late there. It's probably, 6:30 there? You got a pint going, Minky? Just relax and put your feet up. Tia Marie, So, whoa, my screen jumped. Tia Marie, sorry, no super chicken in the Netherlands. Well, go look up Super Chicken intro. If you look up the Super Chicken intro, that's all you got to do. It's Super Chicken card, then you'll all get it. The Urban Way, Super Chicken did not reach Sweden. Well, I'm sorry. Go. It's on. It's got to be out there. Go and Google it. Matt, I say if because I know the following is false. But if the American flag represents racism, then what does the rebel flag represent? Super racism, obviously. That's what they would tell you. Fully titled, hello, I'm new here. Been seeing Gen X shorts and love hearing the views. Fully titled, glad you could stop by. Appreciate you. Joe Boardman Jr., if wives have Valentine's Day, husbands get steak and blowjob day. Yeah. I think there's a lot of guys that'd be happy to have that once a year. There's like 30 guys that went, whoa, hold on. We get that one? Yeah. What day is that? I want to write that down on the calendar. Oh, my goodness. Tia Marie is from the Netherlands in Europe. She says hello. Joe Boardman, sitting in the dialysis chair as we speak. Your shows are a welcome distraction from Central New York. Hey, man, sorry you're going through that, but I'm glad you're going to be around. Check us out when you can. Oh, she's here. Hi.
Hello.
Wow.
So you're talking about Valentine's Day?
I have literally screwed myself so many times on Valentine's Day. I'm done. I know.
Wait till I tell them tomorrow night on the Valentine's Day show that what you did to my Valentine.
What Valentine?
They'll have to come on Tuesday. They'll have to find out.
You mean that stupid piece of paper thing you made?
What?
You made that a week ago.
I made him a Valentine's Day card with my hands. My hand and my machine. You threw it in the trash can.
Okay, yes, but you gave it to me like 2 weeks ago.
Doesn't matter.
And you said, "Hey, look what I made." There was several things.
I made you.
You didn't really say.
We're not discussing this any longer.
You didn't say it was
We
for
received
me.
$5 from Sammy Joe just to hear Gen X Mom's voice because she's the best. You're on my shit list right now. Nope, we're done.
Okay. She handed me like a bunch of stuff, and she was showing me what her Cricut machine makes. And she's like, look at this. And it's like, okay, they're cards. They're okay. They're cool. And then she's, no, I put these two together, and there's little floaty stuff that goes inside because there's little pieces, like little hearts that you could shake around inside, and they'd move inside the plastic. I go, that's pretty cool. She didn't sign the card. It didn't say to me, love her. It just was the card. And she goes, oh, look at my machine now can make perforated edges. I went, okay, that's really exciting. And then look, it tells you you can make a thing and you can fold it right here and it pumps out perfect. I went, okay, it's really exciting. And she says, and then here's the stuff. And I took I punched the holes of hearts here. And so those are the holes, but I took the actual hearts and put them here. I said, okay, that's really exciting. And when I was done, there was like 5 things that she had shown me. And usually these are just like her trial and error. Look what my machine can do. I don't got room for that kind of shit sitting here. So I threw it in the trash can behind me. It was like a day or two later. She goes, well, where's that red card? I go, oh, in the trash with all the other shit you showed me. Now she's coming unglued. Now I'm in trouble for throwing a Valentine's Day card away that wasn't even addressed to me from over a week ago. I think not. I think this is another example of how women take advantage of a situation to make us look bad. And I think you would agree. Good. Glad you're coming aboard. Oh, where am I? Zurich Mueller. Hello, Gen X. Hope you hated the halftime show as I did. Don't know. I never saw the halftime show. I know that it was someone in some sort of a red dress. I don't know. I didn't watch any of it. Hello. And the only reason I know that is because it comes up on my Google feed or whatever. I'm scrolling around. They have a picture and I just go by. So I know it was a singer and I know she was wearing a red outfit. That's all I know. Tia Marie. Hey, everyone from the Netherlands. I got that one. Joe Boardman Jr. sitting in Dallas' chair. Got that one. Spook 5.56 NATO checking in from Caledonia on Canada. Far out, man. I don't even know where that is, but I'm in. General Footy, hello from over the pond, Manchester, England. I dig when you guys from England show up. Abraham G, are you a 3-star general or a 4-star general? I'm a 5-star general in my own little world. I didn't get a star. I barely got the honorary title because we were all drinking one night. It was over a couple nights of just being hammered on a bottom of the glass show, and then you guys named us all. You guys, we are Generation X, so you guys are all extras. Get it? With an X, no E. We are a Legion of X, again, Generation X. And then I was General X, which didn't sound right, so you guys just call me the General. We were all drunk. There's no stars. There's not even a uniform. Hello from my workshop in Devon, UK. Never normally see these live. Super excited. Ain't going to ruin my day. General, keeping it real. Pete. Well, Pete, as long as I'm not fucking up your day, then I'm doing okay. Paul Harvey, what do you think about the balloon, the general? The stupid balloon stuff is so funny. To me, if you guys want to know at street level, we know the balloons are there. They should have shot them down. We should have had sovereign space. But, our administration is so, well, now we're going to shoot down one balloon, but we'll let it go across the country first. Are you guys okay? You're not really going to take pictures of the Atlantic Ocean anyway, right? You're kind of done with it. The balloon's kind of served its purpose. So we're going to act tough, and we're going to shoot it down where it doesn't matter. And Americans got pissed. Really livid. And like, oh, shit. So the next one comes along like, all right, we better go get this one. And now that we're shooting down these Chinese spy balloons, every one of them makes us as people more angry. So what they do is now they're like, well, we shot down an unidentified unmanned object. Oh, so another balloon. Now, we didn't say it was a balloon. We're letting you know that it's an unidentified object, and we took care of it. We Johnny on it, man. We got after it, and this unknown thing floating in the air, we're taking care of it. See, if they create a little bit of mystery, then we go, oh, well, thank you for doing that. What was it? Oh, you can't say? Top secret? But you're taking care of us? Oh, thank you for being there. You see, same balloons, same shit they're shooting down, only one way we're pissed and one way we're thankful. All they have to do is create a little bit of mystery and pretend they're protecting us, and then everything's fine. I am not going to turn on your microphone if you are going to yell at me.
PayPal from Sammy Joe, $5. Well, I was going to give this $5 to the general as is equal attention. But now Gen X Mom gets another $5 because he threw her card away. She made the card with so much love, and you threw it in the trash.
It was
shaking my head, General, from Sammy Joe.
It was a practice card. It wasn't even. Do you guys know how much shit she makes in that office on her Cricut machine? All the stuff that's around here that I have to pretend to be interested in. All day, I probably got shit right here, right now. Look what I made. Look what it can do. Look what I made. I bought a special tip. I bought a special paper. Look at this ink. Look at this etching. Look at this stuff. Like, fuck, I got it. Yes, it looks great. You're wonderful. You're very talented. It's a great machine. I got her the machine, so she's leaving the fuck alone. Go in there with your hobby. Shut the door. And now I'm in trouble because she comes in here with a stack full of shit that she was practicing, and you guys just don't get it. Why am I the only person who... I don't care if I'm the only one in here who goes along with this. I am right on this. I am not wrong. Just so you know. Stephen Newsom, just curious, General, do you invest in stocks? I do not. Don't have anything in the market right now. I have before, I don't now. Alaska Life, wait, are you in California? You are in the worst state in America. Thanks for fighting the front line. No, I love California. I don't like the government. I don't like the taxes and the homelessness, but I love California. I grew up here. It's one of the greatest states in the country. I mean, it's beautiful. The beaches, the forest that we've got in here, the hiking, the lakes are gorgeous. Absolutely stunning. Yosemite Valley is one of my favorite places. The high deserts, California is great. Just people have fucked it up. Nathan says, I don't understand why Americans buy and drive German cars. It's a status symbol here. Buying a German car is a status symbol in America because they're expensive. and they're mysterious. You know, you have some German person who built it by hand in his garage, and there's only a few of them, and they're expensive. And if you want one, you can have one because you will be mysterious and rich like the rest of us. But they're shitty to work on. I've worked on a lot of them. They're expensive. They break down. And when they start to break down, it's like a Land Rover. Land Rover is one of the worst cars ever built. After it's like 4 or 5 years old, it is completely worthless. And it's so expensive to fix. Everything breaks down. It's just horrible. You know, a Japanese car will run 500,000 miles. You think you're going to get 500,000 miles out of a Land Rover? You're not. It's not going to happen. Oh, I know. There's going to be one of you out there, some fun fact for you know, my Uncle Phil's got one that's got 600,000 miles on it, so you're wrong. No, I'm not wrong. You just found one that worked. The other 999,000 of those that have been built over the past 15 years blow chunks. You're wrong. I'm right. Sorry. Math doesn't lie. Loud one, $10 running late, but here and present. Life's hard, brother. We just have to agree. We know we're right. We just let them believe they're right. Yeah, I'm trying that, but that is hard for me to do. Dave Swafford, $5. Learn how to use her machine and make her a Valentine Day card. Yeah, if I go in there and start fucking with that machine, she'd kill me. She would stab me in the back with a butcher knife, and then she would call the cops and go, let me explain to you why I killed my husband. He was touching my shit. She wouldn't even think twice about it. There's no way I could go in there and touch that. Not even for a little bit. All right, let's go to some of the pictures because this is a... My God, what am I back doing here? Beautiful disaster. No. Beautiful disaster says to... Okay, I'm going to keep trying to read it, and you can keep interrupting me, and I'm going to keep reading it till we get it done. Beautiful disaster said I have to go to the woodshed. And she's wrong. I don't have to go to the woodshed. I'm right. All right. What is the next one here? Aaron Patterson. The more I hear this guy talk, the more I understand about the failures of parenting a millennial and Gen Z kids. Guys like this didn't make sure their kids were educated properly, then calls them dumb. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Aaron, I don't mean to laugh at you. I mean, I'll just pretend that you're funny, and I'm laughing because you're funny. But really, I'm laughing because you're a goddamn lunatic idiot. The more I hear this guy talk, Aaron Patterson, let's not forget his name. The more I hear this guy talk, the more I understand about the failures of parenting a millennial and Gen Z kids. Wow. So in 60-second videos and a couple of live streams where I'm talking about, are you talking about my kid today? When because you're talking about all the 1-minute videos, then you're absolutely fucking brilliant. Brilliant. Oh no, Aaron Patterson, if you're just talking about those ambush videos, if you have derived that I am a terrible parent by watching 1-minute videos, you're gifted. Because no one can do that. I mean, no one on the planet, even trained psychiatrists, trained psychologists could not watch a bunch of 1-minute videos and come up with anything conclusive about a person at all. You wouldn't even have a clue. Somehow you have attained the gift, the knowledge of being able to ascertain stuff about me because of 1-minute videos. Well, the whole planet would say you're full of shit. Crawl back under the rock and let the rock down slowly on you as you're done. However, if you're talking about being in here, like on today's video, on today's live stream, I'm talking about the kid in his flat tire. I educated him on taking tools, which he didn't do. I educated him on making sure he has a spare tire in his car, which he didn't do. And your name's gone. Luckily, I'm remembering it. Why does Gen X Mom always erase stuff before I'm done talking? This is fucking dumbest thing ever. And Loud Ones, the one I just read, the yellow one, she leaves up there. I've already read it. And she leaves that up there. I've moved on. She's terrible at her job. And you guys wonder why I'm mad. Anyway, I do apologize. Back to Aaron. So today, if you're talking about today's live stream, I told him for months and months and months, make sure you got a spare tire. Make sure you got yeah, I'm fine. All right. I suppose that's my fault. I should have educated him further. How? No. Then it was like, take tools with you. You notice when I leave, I take tools. When you leave, you should take tools. Make sure you have the tools to take care of your car, guys. Oil. We talked about that. But he didn't do it, did he? No. Now, is that my fault again, Aaron? Is that my fault? I'm not parenting correctly. I'm not trying to teach him and educate him. Now, I'm not going to do the job for him, which is what it sounds like. That's what you wanted. You didn't do enough. You didn't physically go make sure the spare tire was there. Well, dumbass, if that's the problem you have, you're doing the things for these kids. I'm trying to educate them, make them learn, and make them do things. You didn't do enough. You should have put the tools in the car. You should have made sure why? Let him get stuck on the side of the road. Let him sweat it out a little bit. Let him fail. Let kids have consequences. But I'm not parenting right. Well, I'm sure you got a handle on this, Aaron. I'm sure you got a total grip on this. Dumb shit. Do you realize how dumb you sound to literally everybody listening to you right now? When you're going to attack me, so now I can see what the problem with raising millennials and Gen Z kids is. It's this fucker right here. Yeah, I promise you it's not. Because if you're going to criticize the way Generation X raises their kids, you're criticizing the greatest generation who raised us. And we're passing along those same things to Gen Z and millennials. So now you're going to criticize the greatest generation. You're going to criticize a generation that fought World War II, that knew what common sense was, common decency, courtesy, please and thank you. You're going to criticize them too, because you're going to drag us all together into making kids be responsible for who they are, suffering through their own consequences, and finding solutions to things. Or would you just rather me do everything for them where they never learn anything? And then you wonder why people like you wonder why kids are entitled. If I don't teach them how to fuck up and ruin his spare tire gig, and it's on him because he didn't prepare for it, now he's got to figure out what to do. He just thinks I'm going to come along and save the day. I'll come along and fix everything. And because of people like you, they grow up and go, hey, life's tough. Somebody come help me. I know I didn't prepare for shit. Come help me. Come save me. Come save the day, please. It's people like you that foster kids into the mess we're in right now. Do you not understand that? Even if you were doing it out of a good, kind heart, but you probably didn't. You're probably just an arrogant fuck. But even if you did it out of a kind, generous, I'll take care of my children and everything will be okay and I'll put it all in place for them. You have to keep doing it. Forever. Are you following along yet? So either you're a complete moron that you diagnosed everything about me from 1-minute videos, which is stupid and impossible, and you're just an idiot, or you picked it up on this live stream, which the only story I've really told you about was about the spare tire thing, which I keep telling you that I'm forcing him to do stuff and educating. Did I leave? Did I leave this live stream? Did I go help him? No. No, he called AAA after he had a tire and after we educated him on where the tire goes. You see the effort I'm putting, just enough to make sure he doesn't get more fucked up, but the rest of the work is on him. Aaron Patterson. I love that guy. You know why I appreciate guys like Aaron Patterson? It's simple. And you guys aren't going to believe me. I love when people like Aaron Patterson come on programs and they say shit like this. I love it. I appreciate guys like that. It reminds me of where I stand in society. It reminds me of where I stand in the world. It reminds me of like, yeah, I'm right where I'm supposed to be. How do I know? Because there's fuckers like you that are over there. If all of a sudden I found myself in a group of Aaron Pattersons standing around like this, I'd be like, what the fuck am I doing here? No. I don't care if I'm the only one standing over here. I don't care if it's just me and every one of you Aaron Pattersons are over. Fine. Stay there for all I care. As far as I'm concerned, Aaron, you're nobody. Live with that. Oh, don't be mad. I cannot be the first person in your life to tell you that you're difficult. I can't be the first. Your wife has probably told you. Your kids are probably, co-workers are probably. Aaron, don't act like I'm the first person to tell you you're a fuck up. I can't be. Oh my God. All right, where was I? Everybody remember the name Aaron Patterson. Don't delete him. Don't block him. You can put him in the woodshed, but everybody, please remember that name. That's important. You got to remember where you are. Well, without a curve, they grade on a curve. Without people like him, we wouldn't know how cool we were. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Connor Pruden, okay, I've been meaning to ask you about getting rid of the borders and become one nation and stop sending our drug-free people to fight other drug-free people and fight the true fight against drugs. Connor, that's a long topic, man, but I'm not giving up my border of my country. I'm not giving up my sovereignty. And I'm certainly not giving up my flag so we can have one flag that has 7,000 mixes of flags in it that we can all half salute. No, I'm going to stick right where I'm at. Mrs. T, member for 2 months. She's an extra. Thank you very much. Just the Tiff, member for 11 months. Bottom of the Glass Nation. I am on your side. If she left a card and other stuff in your area, it was not made out to you. Therefore, you didn't know it was made for you. Thank you. Tiffany, you know, I fall in love with her more every day. Thank you, Tiff. Insurmountable Cali Cat, $5. Happy 1 month anniversary to Loud One and Chush. Here to many years of their marriage. Yeah, we're coming. Oh, it's today. No, it's tomorrow. Wait, 13th? Was it on Saturday? It wasn't Friday the 13th. Was it Friday that we? Yeah, it's 1 month today, isn't it? That's right. We did that. That's it. Okay, listen. The street lights are on. I got to go. I did not get to all the stuff in the world show that I wanted to. I do apologize. There were some international issues that I needed to talk about, and I didn't get there. We got sidetracked, and I do apologize. But I will save them. And on Friday, let's go for a longer show. We'll start a little early. We'll run a bit long. Why? What procedure? I got a doctor's appointment on Friday? What time? What time? Can I do my show first? Oh my God. I'm figuring this out. We got more stuff to say. Yeah, no, I had real international issues from you guys around the globe that I had questions I needed help with, and we didn't get to them. That's my fault, but we're blowing through things right now. Anyway, the street lights are on. I got to go. Thank you for listening, whether you're listening on AM, FM, Sirius XM, or if you're even tuning in from the Armed Service Radio Network anywhere around this planet. I promise you one thing. I'll catch you guys on the flip side.